abomination is happening inside Aso-Rock as we speak. There are pastors, there are elders, there are imams, yet the truth cannot be spoken. The truth cannot be spoken. You go to church every blessed day. You have pastors. You pay your tithes and all the nonsense, all the biblical nonsense, all the rubbish from Quran. You have to be truthful. You have to be honorable. You have to be decent. In other words, in the whole of Nigeria, those who are calling sinners to come and repent are worse than the sinners. Every pastor in Nigeria is evil. You are there, you saw a 30-year-old boy. They gave you a 30-year-old boy as an 80-year-old. You claim you're elders. You claim you have gray hair. You claim you're knowledgeable. You claim you have PhD. You have all these things. You cannot see a 30-year-old boy and ask those in Aso-Rock, why are you doing this? Why are you giving us this little boy? This is not Buhari. We know it's not. You have Yoruba pastors in Pentecostalism. You have imam. Those, they want to go to Hajj. They want to go to Mecca to go and pray to Allah. A nation of hypocrites. A country of hypocrites. Left, right, and center. Why can't people be honest with themselves? I ask. Because you're black. It's in your nature to be evil. You see, let me tell you something. When the white man painted Lucifer black, some of you thought it was racism. It wasn't racism. It wasn't. They are trying to... It's an allegory. Let me put it that way. It's an allegory. They are trying to depict the state of consciousness of a black man. That's what they're trying to do. By depicting Lucifer as a black person. Now, you are in Nigeria, you are a Nigerian. And in that Nigeria, there is an understanding of the sanctity of the electoral process. People go to vote and they vote for somebody, albeit in a flawed election, and people are sworn into office to uphold the Constitution. This is why I indict and I condemn all of them. The worst people you have in the zoo called Nigeria are the pastors. They are the worst of the worst. They are like serpents. They are the worst of the worst, all of them. If you're going to church, if you wake up and you go to church, you're going to hell, direct. Because the message you're receiving, they are from messengers of darkness, of liars and deceivers. Are you telling me that Adeboye cannot see that little boy? Are you telling me that even the man that I respect so much, TB Joshua, are you telling me that that little boy there is Buhari? Those of you that went to church, I was clapping and jumping up and down. Jumping up and down and clapping inside deceit. Inside fraud. You are inside fraud. And you're jumping up and you're clapping. You are inside fraud. And you want God to bless you. You want God to hear your prayers. When the truth is in front of you, I told you what was happening from day one. But to tell you how terrible the zoo is, because it is an Igbo man saying it, because Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran, he's championing it. Every Yoruba paper, they refuse to acknowledge the fact. But you claim you want to be in the same country with me. We are in the same country. You want us to be in the same country. But in your heart is deceit. In your heart is to cheat. If not deceit and cheating, why was it that when I announced that Buhari was dead, nobody bothered to investigate? Instead, you asked them, go and kill him. Because you have your eye on the presidency after Buhari. But I'm in the same country with you. You claim we are Nigerians, some of you, wrongly, of course. You want us to love each other. Do you see how fake your love is? Yoruba, do you see how fake your love is for the so-called Nigeria? So the reason why you love Nigeria is so you can be president in 2023. And I'm asking you, all of you with your PhDs from Yoruba land. Are you not seeing what is happening, including the pastors you cannot see? Are you that wicked? You are also very blind. You cannot see the truth. You know, people are afraid to speak the truth, and I speak it. If I'm in the zoo, I will tell it to you. Anywhere I meet you, I tell it to your face that all of you are evil. Very, very evil, all of you. But none. Very, very evil. People are calling. They shouldn't be calling, but they are, of course. We must try to get rid of this. They are calling when they shouldn't. Now understand this very carefully. Those who are calling you their fellow Nigerians, let's make Nigeria great. Remember them? Let's make Nigeria great. We can build roads and bridges and schools. If they cannot speak the truth, having seen this little boy, now tell me how they can run a country truthfully. Now tell me how you expect to develop a country with lies. Tell me anywhere in the world where lies have actually worked. Show me, tell me one place. For ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. That's what we're doing this evening. I'm laying the foundation. I will come to the substance of the matter in a short while. White people depicted blacks as Lucifer because black people are satanic. After listening to this gospel tonight, you will understand. If you go back and you think, believe you me, you will be, by tomorrow morning you will change. Accept the truth this night. Morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. By tomorrow morning, once you accept this gospel, when you wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be a different person altogether. I'm not attacking anybody, I'm just telling you the truth. Very simple truth. Why? There is a degree of evil inside every black man. I'm not saying that whites are not evil, no. Because if you read Hobbes's State of Nature, you would know that man is a bit crazy in the brain. We know that.
Because I've taught my own children, we don't run. Light does not run from darkness. Under no circumstances. So, Boko Haram drove away the churches, the pastors there fled. But my pastor refused to move. So one day they came to visit him at home. You don't want to go, we know what to do. But he wasn't in. However, the wife was in, and the wife had just given birth to a set of twins. So they said, well, your husband is not home. We will leave him a gift that will cause him to move. So they slaughtered the twins. The soup must not shake in the belly of the elder. And when I heard, of course, the poor little mother nearly went mad. It was quite a terrible experience. So I told my son, the pastor, comes to the south. You've already paid your price. I mean, when you get to heaven now, and Paul is bragging, talking of how many times they beat him, how many times they stoned him, you say, okay, you never married. You never had a set of twins. And I had a set of twins and I'd lost them for Christ's sake. I said, you've made a mark. Come to the south. We will arrange for somebody else to take your place. And he looked at me and said, Daddy, what are you saying? You're the one who taught us. We don't run.
Now you have heard him. And if you listened to him carefully in that video, he said that first he has taught his pastors not to run away from Boko Haram because light does not run away from darkness. Secondly, he went on to tell a story of his pastor that is in the northern Nigeria. According to him in that story, he said that he has a pastor that is in northern Nigeria where Boko Haram are on rampage, and other pastors has flew, but his pastor remained. Unfortunately, one day, Boko Haram visited, the pastor's family in the north. Unfortunately again, or should I say fortunately, the pastor was not around. They met his wife and the two children the wife gave birth to. The wife gave birth to twins. And the Boko Haram member asked the wife, "Where is your husband?" And the wife said, "My husband is not around." And they said, "Okay, we are going to leave him a surprise." And they went further to unalive the twins. You heard it from that story now. Now, when the man heard about it, and when the news get to him too, he called the pastor, and the pastor's wife was crying over death of his twin or the two children. And he told them, from that story he said, he told them not to worry, that on the last day when Apostle Paul will be bragging that he suffered, they stoned him, they did this, he too will come out and brag that he sacrificed his children for the sake of the gospel. I hope you heard it from his story. And after listening to this, I say, God, what kind of people do we have in Africa, especially Nigeria? What kind of people do we have? The same Bible you are reading, the same Bible that is telling you all these things, said in Proverbs chapter 22 from verse 3, it says, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty." The prudent, you know what the prudent, or you know who is a prudent person? The wise. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 22 from verse 3 that the wise see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. And somebody is here telling us that we should see danger and stand, because light does not run away from darkness. At the last day, we will tell God that we suffered for his sake when we saw danger before us and we stood. The same Pastor E.A. Adeboye said, if you remember, on the 7th day of December 2025, he told Nigerians and Christians, let their mind be at rest, because very soon that insecurity is going to stop in Nigeria. On the 7th day of December, 7 months after, Boko Haram are still on rampage. The same Pastor E.A. Adeboye said that nobody should judge or criticize President Tinubu because he has done his best. Look at it. Just on the 29th day of June this year, 2026, Pastor E.A. Adeboye said he has done his bit. Adeboye defends Tinubu. If you read this, let me read it a bit for you, please. Let me just read a bit of it. The General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has defended President Bola Tinubu against criticism over worsening insecurity, saying the president has fulfilled his responsibility by issuing directives to the military. Saying the president has fulfilled his responsibility by issuing directives to the military. This is what Pastor E.A. Adeboye said. Speaking at the U.S. Nigerian Faith Heroes Award Gala, organized by the Save Nigerian Group in Washington on June 23rd, Adeboye said those blaming Tinubu for the country's security challenges were unfair in their assessment of the president's role as commander-in-chief. That those who are blaming Tinubu are not fair in their assessment. Hey, what a country. What a country called Nigeria. You see, honestly speaking, after listening to this, I remember a very important, audio or broadcast that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made some time ago, where he spoke about these pastors. Immediately, I turned to that broadcast. I have to listen to it again, because if maybe go, things has really gone bad. Please, just spend a little time and listen to what Kanu said about Nigerian pastors. Listen to it. Maybe you understand a bit of all this, because I don't understand. And I know some people will come to the comment section and begin to say, you are criticizing a man of God, this and that. I am a Christian, 100% Christian. I'm a Christian. I go to church. But you know that saying I said, that we must be wise. Only a foolish person will see danger and stand.